Thanks for joining us. TikTok dances like the Renegade challenge have dominated the app for more than a year. But do you know who invented them? Tonight, Black content creators claiming their smash hit trends have been co-opted on the social media app. My colleague Janae Norman has the story.
TikTok is creative, expressive, funny.
Raw, entertaining, and fierce.
With over 1 billion users worldwide, TikTok is the latest craze in entertainment.
It lets me be free.
It allows me to speak without getting interrupted.
It's nonstop creativity and expression, delivered right to the Vital For You page, a page curated for each user based on their interests, calculated by their likes, views, and shares.
It's designed to reach people of any age, any background, any ethnicity.
It gives everyone a chance to be discovered.
And of course, there are the viral dances. In early 2020, it was the Renegade. Set to the song Lottery by K-Camp, millions of people were doing the Renegade challenge, including celebrities like Lizzo and A-Rod. But at the time, no one was crediting the dance's creator, Jalaiah Harmon, then just 14 years old.
Do you want to teach her a little of the Renegade?
If you want to, like I hit the lottery, like a dice roll.
The Atlanta-based teen has been dancing since she was 3, and it shows.
What'd you just do with your foot?
Jalaiah originally posted the dance to Instagram, but it wasn't until someone else did her dance on TikTok that it went viral.
What was that like for you?
I was really, I was happy that people were doing it, but I was kind of frustrated at the same time because they weren't really giving me my credit. If I saw somebody do the dance, I would go in their comments and say, hey, this is my dance, but nobody would believe me.
The Renegade is synonymous with TikTok. I think it is the most viral dance I've ever seen in my career.
It took a profile and the New York Times for Jalaiah to claim her title as the Renegade creator.
I mean, in a lot of ways, your life changed overnight.
Yes. That weekend, I went to Chicago for the NBA All-Star game. And then I had to do Ellen.
Since then, the teen has turned that clout into partnerships with brands like Samsung, the Scoob movie, and even Prada.
These are huge endorsement deals on the line, a viral trend or something on TikTok. It can be millions of dollars.
There's a saying out there, if they love Black people as much as they love Black culture, and it's because the appropriation of Black art goes back centuries. But how did it feel for you being an example of this much bigger problem at such a young age?
Yeah, it was pretty hard for me to wrap my mind around because, I really don't like to see, Black creators not getting the recognition that they need.
This Renegade challenge, it made me feel like, as a Black content curator, that I can always have something taken away from me.
I do think that Black work is appreciated on TikTok, but only when it's being done by non-Black people.
There are so many Black creators that experience this every single day. Things trickle up from Black internet users and it becomes mainstream, but it's not just recognizing oh, well, this originated in these places. It's giving those original creators a seat at the table and credit, and also allowing them to enjoy the types of financial success that the people who sort of mainstream these ideas receive.
We want to make sure that, these creators get their recognition because they deserve their flowers.
As the director of creator community at TikTok, it's Kudzi Chikumbu's job to make sure its creators are seen and heard.
We need to do a lot more work in understanding trend origination.
How is TikTok making sure that these Black creators are getting as much exposure to those opportunities as their white counterparts are?
The key is to make sure that you're always finding and amplifying Black voices and making sure that we are giving them all the tools to succeed in terms of their videos, but then highlighting them on any of our channels that we have, whether that is newsletters or social media or anything that includes a brand campaign, because that's what these opportunities come from. They come from you being seen.
For some of those voices, if there's a Black creator who speaks out about injustice or the everyday racism that they deal with, some advertisers may look at that as political and just a realm that they don't really want to tread into. How can TikTok help protect those
black creators so that them speaking out about the racism they face, that their white counterparts don't face, isn't seen as something that's negative or a knock on them?
It shouldn't be seen as negative. Counter speech is very much allowed. I think it's really on the advertisers or brands to think about who they're partnering with so that they're really thinking, is their brand talking about the world as it is today or some ideal world that they believe that these conversations aren't happening? Because they're happening, and they're happening on TikTok.
Hey, this is a message for all my black TikTokers.
But even on TikTok, where creativity and authenticity thrive, some black creators feel disadvantaged from the start.
I have 125,000 followers, but somebody needs to explain to me how it is that I have 354 views on this video.
Am I the only one that has noticed that black creators get least favored by the algorithm?
The algorithm is a reflection of users. So if users are not following and engaging with black creators as much because of systemic racism and other reasons, the algorithm is then going to show that content to fewer and fewer people.
There's also a lot of criticism about the algorithm. Some black creators feel like their work is still not seen as much as if they were maybe white.
I believe that the creators want more transparency with the recommendation system. The For You feed is what we call it. TikTok doesn't collect race data, so that's not how one of the factors that goes into that.
If there are white users on the platform who are only seeking out and seeing content by white creators, do you think that TikTok has an obligation to make sure that they're being offered and shown diverse videos?
The recommendation system intersperses with videos from other creators or categories of content that you may not have seen before, so that you continue to discover and see new voices and new perspectives.
Unsatisfied with the algorithm, black creators demanded action. In response, TikTok created programs like their Black Trailblazers list and TikTok for Black Creatives Incubator program. A lot of times growing up, being black, navigating a career and a profession, we're told we have to work twice as hard to get half as much. And there are creators who absolutely feel that way. So when you say that TikTok will always amplify black voices, how do we get to the point where TikTok doesn't have to amplify black voices because they're amplified just as much as everybody else's?
That is my dream state. My dream state is where we all live in a world where you are enough just as you are, right? But this is a industry-wide, like this is like entertainment in general. So right now,
you're absolutely right
we
about
need
that.
to amplify. Right now, you have to be like, who are the people? And we'll get to that place, but that is the norm.
Some creators aren't waiting for the platform to change, and instead, they're taking matters into their own hands.
Hey guys, welcome back to Black Girl Magic Minute. I'm Taylor Cassidy, your host. I had kept seeing videos on my FYP, my For You page, about like black singers and black people trying to get their name out there. So I was like, what if I uplifted them? You know, what if I shed light on them, not only to, you know, give them their credit, but so that more people could go support them.
You are beautiful.
You are enough.
Melanin, assemble.
18-year-old Taylor Cassidy, one of TikTok's Black Trailblazers, is all about highlighting black women's work and spreading positivity to her over 2 million followers.
Being the baddest has no one type. Go and make your own magic. I want to show people that, you know, black people aren't a monolith. Whenever somebody comes to, you know, my videos, I want them to come seeking pride in themselves. Do you remember the Miss Fatty Challenge? It was made by the only I Am Bratty B. She didn't get credit for it, so let's give her props. People of all races come to Black Girl Magic Minute because they want to learn how to support better and they want to learn how to respect black culture better. I see more and more TikTokers on the platform saying their truth. You know, one black person can't solve everything and can't give the answers to every single problem. It's up to an entire group of people to make that change. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And remember, keep rising.
Our thanks to Janae.
Because of the pandemic, millions of Americans are facing uncertain futures, including performers once earning a living dancing on stage, now shuffling to new opportunities on another platform. Here's Nightline's Ashin Singh.
For Devin Santiago, dancing professionally was always the dream.
It was the stage, the lighting, the music, the crowd reacting to them performing. I just wanted to tour and travel the world and be in music videos. 8 hit 1.
2.
The New Jersey native and dance teacher
7, 8.
had hoped 2020 would be a springboard for the next step in his career.
I went back to college and I wanted to be in the entertainment industry, hopefully being able to network, but also meet other people that can help push me there as well.
But 18 years of dancing came to a screeching halt last March. The studio doors closed, and Santiago had no paycheck coming in from his classes.
You have all this like pent-up energy and anger or whatever it is that the world turned into now. And I felt like I became stagnant because everything was just shut down.
The live entertainment industry has suffered at an unprecedented rate from the pandemic. The global live events industry losing more than $30 billion in 2020. The industry only selling 25 million tickets in the United States, a quarter of the sale from the previous year. This plummet in sales putting livelihoods in jeopardy and dreams on hold, forcing many professional dancers across the nation to turn to TikTok. The platform has experienced an explosion of growth. The app for quirky choreo and dance trends surpassing 2.6 billion downloads in 2020. And with it, propelling 15-second stars to trend-setting fame. How does the world know who Jalaiah Harmon is?
The world knows who I am because of the viral dance that I made called the Renegade. And I made the dance, I was just at home, just doing my own thing, making dances how I normally do it. But once I moved to TikTok, it went viral from there.
Jalaiah Harmon's success creating the Renegade dance catapulted the trained dancer to stardom. Her TikTok fame then created opportunities outside of the app, like performing at the 2020 NBA All-Star Game. And now, most recently, a professional choreographer for the movie Scoob to create the Scoob Dance Challenge. The key ingredient to Jalaiah's secret sauce?
Ooh, beat back.
Being her 15-year-old authentic self in every video.
This is hard. This is not easy. Is it hard to come up with these new dances to kind of stay relevant in the algorithm and stuff, or does it just come naturally to you?
It just comes naturally to me.
But Jalaiah says dancing on the app and performing on stage are worlds apart.
There's a difference between, TikTok dancing and like real professional dancing, because TikTok dance is like, it's just fun. Like professional dancing, it's like you have to fight, like you perform on stages, you do concerts.
Dance pros have spent the past year catching on, trying to get a slice of that lucrative influencer pie and the paychecks and opportunities that go along with it.
Almost got it.
Los Angeles-based entertainer Dexter Mayfield had his breakout moment dancing for Taylor Swift at the 2019 VMAs. And when he posted to TikTok on the heels of that performance, he got his first taste of success on the app.
I remember it was just on a Sunday morning. I posted it, and then 3 hours later, it had 1 million views, and I was like, oh, I get it now.
At the time, he was still relying on a paycheck from his job dancing for a cruise line.
Pre-pandemic, life was really good. It's a fantastic disco fantasy.
But then, with the cruise line industry sidelined by the pandemic,
once I was like, okay, this is our new normal. Let's figure it out. Let's get back to work.
Dexter ramped up posting content, TikTok becoming his lifeline.
The work it's been able to get me just throughout this pandemic, and just knowing that you can be your authentic self and that be enough.
Now with a following of more than 500,000 people, opportunities are on the rise. Dexter recently appearing in one of Rihanna's Savage Fenty shows.
The opportunities are endless. Whatever space you want to exist in, if you just put it out there, it can be.
3, 4, 5, up on 6.
In New Jersey, Devin is also seeing TikTok as the path to his dance future. Known for his viral dance, 7 Rings, he doubled down on his TikToking during the shutdowns after his second home, his dance studio, Planet Dance, closed.
I utilize TikTok even more. I can really use TikTok and just spend all my time on it, just put all my energy into it.
Before he knew it, the deals started pouring in, partnering with brands like Panera Bread.
Panera, Flatbread, pizza.
How much can a dancer actually stand to make on TikTok?
It's definitely possible to keep a roof over your head. If you are building up your page and you are posting constantly and your videos are going viral and you're having ads reach out to you, it's definitely possible to live off of.
Devin's dance studio has reopened with smaller class sizes, and his students have big plans, just like their mentor.
We saw how many followers he had and we were like, oh my God, like you're TikTok famous. We wanted to be more, I don't know, like up to his expectations.
Childhood dreams of making it on Broadway and in music videos replaced with visions of life as a TikTok superstar.
TikTok is probably one of the biggest apps and probably my future.
Yeah, do you have dreams of becoming a TikTok creator,
Yes.
TikTok influencer?
Yes, I love TikTok.
What do you hope your students take away from you?
I hope that I teach them to love themselves and to be goal-driven, and that if they want something in life that they can go and grab it because it's right at the fingertips.
From part-time dance teacher to full-time idol, Devin knows the money's good, but it's also never been cooler to be a dancer.
Our thanks to Ashin for that. Up next, reprising My Shot for the vaccine revolution. Finally tonight, President Biden's goal of 100 million vaccines in 100 days is on track to be accomplished tomorrow, 6 weeks ahead of schedule. It's a milestone worth celebrating, but these doctors in California know there's still a long way to go.
It's the CORONAVIRUS. It's COVID-19.
With a little help from the hit Broadway show Hamilton, adapting the song My Shot for this century, creating a wake-up call to arms to take a shot of hope.
Not thrown away my shot.
That's Nightline. You can watch all of our episodes on Hulu. We'll see you right back here at the same time tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Lindsay Davis. Good night.